we are heading off of Cape Cod for the first time since May. And the reason is because my little darling here has to have a little bit of dermatology done. He's got, you don't mind me saying this, do you? He's got a basal cell carcinoma spot. The dermatologist that he usually goes to have these removed is off Cape today at his other office. And so we need to have this done now because we have to leave for the season soon. And so we're heading off Cape to have it done. Now, you've had, how many of these have you had done, Curt?
So all total, I've had close to 30 procedures. So that is scrapes, burns, freezing, and Mohs. On the Mohs, I've probably had a dozen Mohs surgeries, something like that.
So you are not new to this at all.
Not my first rodeo.
The difference, though, with this one is that because of its location, and they're anticipating they might go kind of deep, that they told him that he has to see a plastic surgeon afterwards. Otherwise, he could have some unflattering scarring, and we wouldn't want that for our Curt, would we?
The only people that seem to care are people other than Curt and Cory. So.
I don't care if he ends up headless. I'll still love him.
He's called me brainless.
Today, he's having the procedure. Then tomorrow, we have to go to Hyannis to have the plastic surgery done. And I don't drive. I shouldn't drive. I took driver's ed in high school, and then I never got my license. I had a permit and everything, and I never got my license.
Didn't your instructor quit after that?
My instructor actually died.
Okay.
While I was taking driver ed. So I thought that was a sure sign. And then after I went to college, I didn't need a car because public transportation was so great in Ithaca, New York, which is where I went to college. And then I moved to Boston, and in the city, it's a problem to have a car. I've just never in my adult life needed a car. The only time I've really needed one is perhaps living here in Provincetown. But I'll tell you, the honest truth, I shouldn't be driving. I think a lot of people should not be driving. I just don't have the constitution for it. I zone out. And I don't think that it would be wise for me to be behind a wheel. And I don't think it's wise for a lot of people to be behind the wheels. I know nobody believes this except me. So we have Jeffrey, who works for us, who's going to go with us and then drive us back from his plastic surgery tomorrow. So here we are. It's 6:49 in the morning, and we're on our way off Cape. We've stopped in at Dunkin' Donuts on Exit 6 in Hyannis because we have a little time to kill. We're super early going to Curt's appointment, so we decided to stop and get some lovely coffees at Dunkin' Donuts and some treats. We are on the Mediterranean diet, although you can't tell. And this is the first time we've eaten anything like these in a long time. And I can't believe we're doing this. What are you going to do with yours?
I'm just rubbing mine on my body. I'm not actually eating it.
Oh my God, ready? Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, we are here. We are a little bit early to his appointment, but we're in Plymouth, Massachusetts, in something called, what's this place called?
Market Crossing.
Market Crossing.
It's a planned community.
Yeah. It's what?
I'm uncomfortable.
I think it's really cute. I want to explore it. It's got shops, and it looks like condos and homes, and it seems to be all set up for walking around. So, and I saw at least one restaurant, and
it's a little Florida-ish.
It's a little Florida-ish, but it's cute. And while he's having his procedure done, I'll walk around so that we can all explore it a little bit. Maybe this is where Curt and I need to
no.
retire to. Why do you say no? This
too
has
cold.
everything. This has everything that we want.
It's only 52 degrees here.
I bet it's not like that in the summer.
You don't know that.
And in the summer, it might be really... What if they have like a pool here and stuff? What if they don't allow children? What if it's no children, but dogs are okay? It could be nirvana. Quite a place you found here. Yeah.
I think this was an Italian restaurant. It's just me.
She seemed disappointed in that.
We lost another one. We lost another.
So I don't know how long I'm going to have to wait for Curt. This could take a while. You know, they go and they take a little off, and then they go, he waits, and they go and they look at it under a microscope, and they see if there's any cancerous cells left. And if there are, they go back and they take more off, and then they go back again. So it's in and out, taking more and more off. I'm hoping they won't have to take more off. We're hoping he doesn't have to do the plastic surgery. If he doesn't have the plastic surgery, it means we can head down to Florida. I'm walking around exploring this place. I don't really even know what this place is called. But it's a cute little community. It's got homes and apartments. I assume they're condos, and it has like this weird artificial like downtown area. By artificial, I mean created. It's a little Disney-esque. Very strange for old school New England as I've grown to know it. But it's cute. Look at this. Nothing is open yet. I'd love to go in there. And then those are condos, a salon / spa. Susie, fine chocolates, espresso, gelato. It has its own post office. And over here, there is an Italian restaurant. We literally don't know anything about this place because this isn't where Curt normally goes to have his dermatological work done. He usually does it on the Cape, but his doctor has some days here. And so today is one of those days, so Curt's had to come here. The blueberry muffin. Breakfast, bakery, lunch. Yeah, it's a breakfast place. Look over here. Oh, this is good. There's a bookstore. And I think these are condos. Cape Cod 5, so that's a bank. I definitely want to check out this bookstore. Open at 9. I think it's 9 now. I might go in there later if I'm still waiting for Curt. When we were driving into here, Curt said he did not like this at all. But I don't know, you know, this seems like it's very self-contained. Restaurants, shops, where you live. Everything is walkable. And I wouldn't mind something like this. You know, not anytime soon, but maybe in a couple years when we get closer to wanting to retire, something like this might be exactly what we need. All right, I'm back in the car, and I've been on my phone doing a little research. So this is called Pine Hills in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and it's a planned community. This area that we're in is only a small part of it, and apparently they even have some homes that overlook the ocean. This is awfully cute. It's so dang cute. I gotta tell you, it really is. And we're here in the fall. I'd love to see it in the summer or spring. It's not far from the Cape. It's a 45-minute drive into Boston. It just seems very comfortable to me. And I love the fact that there are restaurants with bars. How'd the first round go?
Good. They took out a chunk about this big.
So explain what's going on now.
For those of you that haven't had Mohs before, what they do is they take out what they think the cancer area is. Then they take that and they put it under a microscope, and they see if there's any more around. And if there's more around, then they start going in that area. You can see it all on YouTube. But anyway, I had the first round, and I'm waiting for the results. My chunk of skin's over in that room over there. They stuck something in my nose. So I stuck my finger up my nose to see if they stuck something in my nose, and it was full of that stuff, painkiller stuff. It totally closed my nostril.
Great. And you've got nostril issues to begin with. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's
good news, guys.
They didn't end up doing anything.
No, they did. The good news is that they got everything on the first try, the first scrape. So that didn't take that long at all. He still needs to go see a plastic surgeon tomorrow. But the doctor here, the dermatologist, said, well, what did he tell you? Tell a story.
He said, "You're so freaking ugly. Why would you even go to a plastic surgeon?
Why bother?
Why bother?" No, he said it could go either way. He said, it could probably, great chance it could heal up nicely. You put a little dippity-doo on it. And he said, but he, if you go see the plastic surgeon, it'll be perfect. And so I'm just going to go see the plastic surgeon, and maybe he'll just put a stitch or two in it. Who knows? But if you put a stitch into it, then it starts, I don't know. So anyway, we'll just go tomorrow and see what happens. We'll go have a nice lunch afterwards.
But good start to this whole thing. They didn't have to do much at all. He's practically perfect still in every way.
I used to have to go to Boston to get this done all the time. And the guy that I'm going to see, the Mohs surgeon, we have this little pact. I say, one and done. Just get it one and done. Because having to sit there and go back and forth all the time, say, take a little more skin, they put it on the microscope. Take a little more skin, put it on the microscope. He just does a one and done whenever he can with me, which is nice.
Good.
That way we can go to Wendy's.
Yeah, we're heading back. We're Cape Cod. We're coming home.
We're coming home.
Here we are. It's the next morning at about 8:30, and we're on our way to Hyannis for Curt's plastic surgery procedure.
Not that I need it.
If you think he looks bad, you should have seen the other guy.
Yeah, he's back there.
So we have Jeffrey with us. He is going to be driving us back to Provincetown when we're done, because Curt can't drive and I don't drive.
And we don't know how much you mentioned before. Do you drive well?
I do drive well.
Okay, good.
All right, that's a relief. That's a relief to know.
I got great insurance rating.
Curt, how do you feel? What's your thoughts?
I couldn't get it wet this morning. And so it was kind of weird taking a shower, but you can do it. It's no big deal. And I'll be glad to get this done, because then that means we can get out of town.
Are you nervous?
No. I like going under whatever that is.
Oh, when you
And
come
it's-
out of it, it's the best thing in the world.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. You guys want to go?
Party. Curt is having his procedure done. We just dropped him off at Cape Cod Hospital. So Jeffrey and I are at the Cape Cod Mall to spend hours until Curt's done. We'll probably have to go to some other places too, and it's freezing today. Freezing. In Target, found this jacket that I like, and it's only 30 bucks, so I'm gonna grab it. And just walking around, wasting time. Oh, see, I want that for Christmas. I think Curt's gonna get me that. And I'm always, it always amuses me to see that record albums are for sale. I've lived through record albums and the demise of record albums, and now they're coming back. Kind of looking around, seeing if I can find a treat for Curt. I think he's gonna want food when he gets out more than anything. Look at all the kombucha. That makes me happy. Curt, show us your face. Okay, come out here.
And you know what's weird?
It's not so bad. You're still a little puffy.
And they wrote their grocery list. And I had a hair coming out of my nose, so I go to pluck it and I felt it and I go, that's not even a tear. I go, ow, there's stitches in my nose. In my nose. What's the smarts of that?
So Curt had his plastic surgery yesterday, and you had a bit of a rough time last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
When we got back, you were in a lot of pain, but modern drugs solve that problem pretty fast, and a little snooze.
Nothing a couple of Damadols couldn't fix.
Right?
Yeah.
We take a lot of Damadols,
Yeah.
don't we? A lot. We're just a couple days from leaving for the season, and so we are doing a final go through of all the rooms at 7 Central. We have to make sure everything is unplugged. Did you check the temperature in that one? We have to make sure everything is unplugged. We have to make sure that the windows are all locked. We have to make sure that the thermostats are set at the right temperature. This takes a lot of work.
Now, we don't really have to do this one.
No, because Spooky will be in this one. Spooky is going to be the caretaker for the property this winter. So he's actually going to be moving into this room, which is number 12. Go to inat7central.com to book it for yourself.
What you doing, Cory?
You've got to move in every room. You've got to move stuff around out of the way because, of course, all the plugs are out of sight because it's not pretty for guests to see the plugs. So this has to happen.
Did this guest ask for extra towels, Cory? Curt's husband's father had his house burned down when he was a kid, and so...
Gets you,
That's
Curt.
Oh, that's right.
You think you're being me because we switched places?
But what happened was, ever since then, he goes, every time we would go somewhere as a family, he'd unplug everything in the house. So Cory has gotten in the habit.
When we leave for the winter, it's traumatizing for Curt. Everything has to be unplugged.
Everything.
Everything.
Even Cory's toys.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Check the locks. Check the door. There's definitely a reason why you seldom do the camera. It's always on the other side. You're a horrible cameraman. Horrible. I love you so much. Yep. Did you check the temperature?
Yeah, I think so, but it was so long ago.
Yeah, it's good.
Didn't take a while.
Bird poop.
No, we don't have time for that. Come on.
Ow.
We're trying to shut the end down. We don't have time for this. Now you need to find those TVs, and I need to get a bungee.
Oh boy.
What?
This is gonna be a train wreck. We had a TV problem, so we bought new smart TVs to replace the one that we had the problem with, right? So I got two. We got the one with the problem to actually work, so we never had to replace it. So now we have two extra smart TVs, which is great because we want to move them all the rooms to smart TVs, and they're not. We've still got like 8 rooms that we have to move to smart TVs.
But what
I asked for these to be put in the basement, knowing that we weren't going to get to it until next spring. Somehow they ended up in the shed. The shed isn't heated. I don't know whether they can survive freezing temperatures, but it'll get below freezing in here, definitely. And so here we are fighting to get these out.
I can't lift it. It's over 10 pounds.
Oh, it's okay.
You got to strap both of them to your back.
Right.
with a
So
bungee.
that's the extra thing. Curt can't lift anything over 10 pounds, otherwise his stitches will all snap and all of his head and brains will spill out.
And my butt lift will go down.
This is the old sauna. This was a sauna. It still is a sauna, but we use it for storage. When we bought this property, the manager at the time, Angus, said, get rid of that. It's nothing but problems. It's nothing but problems. This is a pretty rickety structure. And you get 3 bears late at night going in there, playing around. The whole thing is just going to fall right over. One.
That took forever, Cory.
Come on. Oh, you might want to explain why we do this on some of the doors. The doors that have the storm doors on them, Curt?
So you all will remember when our storm door blew off in a storm? Well, this little procedure here, and these are kind of nautical, so it's kind of cool, saves that. And though not enough, I put this is here. I'm gonna end up, this sucks. It's gotta be so much tighter.
Well, they're right on top.
Yeah. But this might be too small. Ow!
What did you do?
Hit my nose in the glass.
Yeah, I think you're exerting way too much energy for a man in your state.
Okay, that'll work.
Look at all of the stitches you have. I don't want to get too close for our friends at
I
home.
said, how many stitches you put in? He goes, a lot.
He told me that too. All right, tomorrow we are leaving for Florida. Maybe. Curt has to go and have his stitches taken out first.
Do you have keys?
No, I need keys, actually. Thank you. And so if the doctor for some reason can't take out the stitches or sees some sort of problem, here, let us see your face. Take your glasses off. Let us see your beautiful face. How's it look? All right, as I was saying, if for some reason the doctor says he has to come back again, that might mean that we're going to get all the way to the other side of the Cape for his appointment and then have to turn around and drive all the way back to Provincetown with our car completely packed full of stuff. We're preparing ourselves in case that happens. We are off to Ross's Grill to have lunch with our friend Terry. And I'm just realizing this might be the last time that we actually walk through Provincetown. In fact, I'm sure it will be the last time we walk through Provincetown this season. So now I'm all sad.
Florida, here we come.
And what did we just do?
We had to go over to Charm. The caretaker that's staying there over the winter, this is his first year doing it, so we had to walk him through all the responsibilities of doing it. And Spooky is taking care of 7 Central. John is taking care of Charm this winter. Oh, it smells good.
I do too. It's still open. Gosh, maybe on the way back we can get a slice of Spiritus. On the way back from lunch, we'll stop and get pizza. See, now my problem is that we're leaving tomorrow. It's our last day. And so I want to do everything. I want to go everywhere and I want to do everything. And I'm especially remorseful for the things that we never did at all. There's so many places that we just didn't have time to get to. Here is Curt, and he just got out of his appointment to have his stitches removed, and the stitches are removed, so that means we are going to head to Florida today. And Curt, give an update.
So he took all the stitches out and he had a lot of them. And there's just one small area that he said it's failing or something. I forget his whatever term he used. So I've got to go on more antibiotics, and I got to send him a picture in a month.
In a month or a week?
No, a week. So he asked you to take a picture.
Okay.
So anyway, we have to go to Mashpee Commons to the CVS.
We're going to the CVS to get his antibiotic. But the good news is that the stitches are out. Right. And he may lose his nose due to infection, but we're gonna be able to go to where it's warm. So, it evens out.
That's all I care about. And he said, I'll probably end up with a bigger hole because of this failing than the one he stitched up.
So, seriously, when we started this, I said to Curt, so in the end, you're gonna end up with a scar there anyway. So, this was fruitless. Potentially. That's just me being a pessimist. And I'm not a pessimist, I'm an optimist. But I think it would be ironic, right? If he ends up with a scar there anyway.
And I was okay with the scar, but the problem is the size of what they took off. I'm doing it too big. It was like a dime, the size of a dime. So to have that heal on its own would have taken a long time. They would have done it, would have taken a long time. And it would have left granulated skin there, which would have been a slightly different color. So again, I wasn't really that concerned. But apparently, when you have them taken out of strategic areas like this, you just fall into this plastic surgery protocol. And that's what happened.
All right. No matter what happens, I love you.
I love you too.
And I think you're the most handsome man on the planet.
And my nose is still big.
This has been a vlog long in the making, from the beginning of this journey with him to today. Next vlog is us on the road to Florida. So thank you so much for watching us, and we'll continue to update you on his nose journey,
and
on his healing.
Next up, hip replacement.
No.
For you, Mr. Sciatica.
I've got a little sciatica.
All right. Let's go.
All right. Thank you. Bye.